So this is the chart from October. So starting with October, um, and we are going to have a look at the whole period, uh, which is till now about 6 months. Um, So as we can see, the first thing that happened is the price took the top, double top, and created an OB and fell to 134, uh, which is kind of the logic behind uh, the price action we have. Then again, it's testing that lower boundary. It's possibly going to again looks like it's going to break down, but as we will observe, it eventually uh, breaks that mark, creating a bearish pennant, and that pennant turning into a wedge, which again does not work, and the price moves back to 150s again. There's always volatility that's going on in the market, and in this case, we will see many patterns that are coming into play in the following few months. But the two we have observed are two clear trades. Is one from the top on the double top and the reconfirmation, and the price fell around 12 to 15%, and that's in the course of a week. And then the price took the support at a lower level of 134, and took the long term uh, liquidity pool and moved back up to 150, which is about 10%. So these are the two trades uh, that uh, would have been taken on the 4 hour thing from these point of views. The third trade that failed upside move is a harder one, but possibly could have been taken at a later stage to get around something like 5%. But the up, following upside on the break of the triangle is a very good one, which is at the moment going on as we are seeing. It's the entry point would be 127. Target would obviously be the 162 top that was created earlier. It's testing 160, but it's not quite testing our TP yet. Uh, but that's again a 10% trade over the course of a of a few days to up to a week. Up to a week. So it eventually did not test the TP. I think it would uh, take the updated SL, which should be at a profit. When the price moves up, we will adjust it to a certain level, and that level would be 150. I think we are getting somewhere around 3 to 5% there. Uh, and now a wedge is being created again for the downside. We can see clearly the bearish OB being created, but again the price action is not as clear on the crypto side as it would be on a similar asset, and we see the price breaking that upside barrier. But at this point there is no trade in action as we would see, because this is the first time this is breaking that mark. We would wait, and this is the current area where the price is actually consolidating, as we are seeing on an ABG and on top of a OB and on top of a clear resistance level that was previously there for a long time. And from there, we can trade with a limited risk, let's say from 165 the risk being till 157 or 160, whatever we find particularly acceptable at that point. Because yeah, situational news is also important. What was going on in late October is going to be important. This is pre-election, so we'll probably be very low risk at this point. So we might have skipped the trade altogether. But in any case, we are testing the lower levels and then moving back up. It's a return entry possible, and yeah, the trade is going on with the target of 187.5 or so, and we just see what happens next. This is just trade management at the moment. Uh, we are holding a position that is going on, and that is just being taken out because we would have updated our SL to 175. So again, this is a trade that we are closing at a profit because the price action is changing and breakup structure is happening. The price structure kind of shifted to a bit of bearishness at this point, and we are also looking for bearish trades at the moment. But this is also the election time, and as we see that the sudden rally that is coming out and changing the situation once again. Uh, the above was not tradable at the moment. The following, the thing just happened now, was not tradable at that point, and yeah, it would not be suggested to scalp either because of the inherent nature of it. The price moving from 167 to 190 is not a controlled move, and it can only cause more chaos in the market and potentially lose more money than it gains. But now that the market structure has uh, at that point, after that move, have like been completely shifted to bullishness again, we can then enter the long as the fundamentals also support our point of view. Because yeah, obviously the election thing has happened by November first week, and we have confirmation that the government is being formed by the Republican side, which is obviously pro crypto and pro crypto legislations, etc., etc. So that's a lot of that was going on, and bullishness was there. So at that point, the entry could have been around 188, and stop could have been around 178. So it's a higher risk which we are taking because of the situation, because of our inherent idea that this is again a re-entry point on the bullish pennant being formed. So as soon as this bar happens, it's a different trade altogether. So this is two trades that are consecutively lining up for us to enter, one from 188, one again from 220, 215 or something. Uh, which we can target, which we can exploit, which we can uh, really back with fundamentals, etc. Now, what happens is the price keeps rallying and gives a, a level that is quite high. So exhaustion is coming into play. We are seeing already that double top is forming, but there is also another bullish pattern. But at that point, we are already on a back of two consecutive bullish rallies. So at that point, it would be suggested, more suggested, better suggested that we stop our entries and we take the profit and we slow down to find the next good trade. And the next good trade obviously comes from this bullish FPG uh, midpoint around 228 or something, and we could target around 256 with a stop loss around 220. uh, which is very fine. But at that point, we see the rising wage, and when the rising wage comes in, we then stop our trade and fall back to the previous pattern of waiting for clear signals, which then we are not getting for a bit. So at this point, there is no actual structure that is being formed. Price is randomly moving up and down. This is December when things are just taking to uh, taking a little bit longer for confirmation about crypto news, what they exactly are going to do, the Trump administration, etc., etc., and a lot of rumors around that as well. So that doubt eventually erupts on the negative side, and the price uh, breaks down from 230, which is kind of an entry point, but we are not generally going to enter that first exit, first downside, because the market structure was still bullish. But in the next move, we will try to enter. So when the next breakup structure happens from that FBG, which has already happened, we are entering that trade with a stop loss of 236, and we are trying to carry that to I don't know 190 or at least 200 area. So uh, in that case, again, the price market is throwing us curveballs and curveballs because the price action is being fidgety. But eventually, we get our target. We hit 200 and lower, 188 or so, and that's again another 15 to 20% of the trade. Uh, so on average, what the pattern we are seeing, we'll also continue to see over the next 3 months. Uh, like 2 out of 4 weeks, we are getting a 10% or 15% trade on Solana. So that's around, on average, 25 to 30% or 20 to 30% per month that we are seeing the movement of, and that is not normal. That was happening because this is the period of the election. So October is pre-election, November is post-election, December is post-election, government formation, etc. And things are then starting to slow down due to the New Year holidays. So this is the holiday period that we are going through. This is There is no actual movement in the market. Everyone is off the market, and we are going to see the movement come back in on the 3rd or 4th of January again. So generally, the market on a new year brings good positivity into the market. So new money comes in, and generally there is upside rally, which is again happening here on the second. But the target being at that point with the triangle, when the triangle actually breaks from 200 to I think 224 is the early target, which is going on, uh, which is not bad. At 10% trade is not that bad at the start of the year, uh, and we are getting the opportunity to exceed that trade, and yeah, we should have taken that. We would have taken that in general scenario if we are following the market very closely. So what happens is then fear comes in, as there has not been any concrete steps from the Trump admin by then, uh, about crypto reserves, etc., etc. And there was only 10 days or so left for the inauguration. So that doubt again came back in and then crashed the market, and then long term the triangle was forming. The price again goes back to that 176, 180 support, and the bearish structure comes back in. We did they really go into the bearish structure? But at that point, the inauguration again comes in and takes from the stage, and if we target and time that right on the market breakup structure, we are having an entry at 196. And into the inauguration, the price actually goes bonkers, and it's $100 move within a couple of days. So that's from 200 to almost 300. That's a 50% move. Even that, even catching half of that is 25% entry, and this is giving us that because of the slowness, we didn't get that opportunity from late December and to January. This is compensating for that slowness and again keeping us around the average of 30% to 30, 25% to 30% over the month. Then again, after that long term, we are getting back to the Paris structure. You can see the lower highs being formed in consecutive natures, and this is a complete Paris structure. And then the breakout structure happened, and then we are entering at 240 with a stop loss of 270, and the price is going to go to 190 back again. That's the idea here, and we're going to see if that happens. But that would be the trade there. In general, everything is pointing to that. We are getting a bearish pennant, so the bearish pennant is going to break, and then the majority of the movement is going to happen. If we are seeing there's this again after the bearish pennant, there is a bearish flag as well. It's extremely bearish signals. We are going to go to 190, which is going to be our early exit. And when we hit that 190, we hit that early exit. Then our following entry for the bearish side is going to be 220, and at that 220 point we are entering with a stop loss of 235, and in that case we are target is 170 and sorry 175, and we are trying to go there. Obviously at that point the stop loss has been updated to 210, uh, and we are managing the position. We are seeing double bottoms being formed. We are still holding with 210, and 210's stop loss is a quite good one because it's also in profit. It's not losing us any money. We will generally hold that trade because it's in our favor, and even with the fees, etc., we are going barely going to lose any money. Our target is now updated to 180 because we are looking to exit. So at this point, a lot has happened. Price has slowed down. There is no movement. We are trying to exit that trade. We are trying to exit at any point below 184. So yeah, that's the opportunity. That's the opportunity for us to exit at 180. We are out. At this point, this is a long term support. We are not trading anything, and we see that it's a clean break. So again, we are going back to bearish pattern, and this time our entry is going to be 176 above. So if we get that opportunity to enter, we just got it. We are entering with 184 SL, and we are going to see what happens next. This is we are in late February. Nothing concrete has happened in the crypto space, and Trump admin has mostly said general stuff about crypto, and that has created doubts in the minds of many people, and that's the entry that we took. Uh, and yeah, it's a big trade. The movement is really huge. We are getting 20% off of one trade again, and at that point, yeah, I think we'd not even wait for this longer. 142 or 145 is going to be the where we already exited, even though it fell to 130 or so area. At this point, again, we are totally going off. We are not trading. This movement is happening because of the crypto reserve announcement late in March, but they didn't actually said they said a bunch of stuff. They actually didn't have a plan or how it's going to actually include Solana and other parts. Even with Bitcoin, they didn't actually promise to buy anything. They just promised to not sell what they already hold. So the market obviously came back down, and yeah, that's what crashed it. If we could catch that 180 sell, I don't know, maybe we would have. It's difficult to say what we would do at that point. but it's again a sell. And obviously, the follow up sell from the pennant is definitely a sell, which is 140 sell with a stop loss of 145, targeting 122, 122.5, which would already have exited. It's not a big trade, it's a 8 to 10% trade, which is also fine. General trade targets are like that, 5 to 8%. But yeah, that's about it. I think, yeah, the market is going to slow down now, and we are not going to get many trades. And by the end of March, again, we will have an opportunity, which you'll see. But yeah, this is again a sell, which I think is going to stop us out. Uh, yeah, it's stopping us out at 130. But we are not buying because it's not still the bearish, sorry, bullish market structure. We are only buying spot, which we had advised earlier to buy from 120 area. For the perps, this is not no trade zone. This is no trade zone. This triangle breakout at 136 is the, yeah, this is the entry point, and we're going to target that long term OB at 150, 149.5, and I think that's going to be taken out, and that's when we would exit. Again, a 10% trade is not bad. Uh, with limited risk, a 10% trade is a good idea. And again, the price is going back to the 120s. And yes, we know what is happened. What happened yesterday with uh, it is Liberation Day. Yes, yeah. It's going to show up. There's a lot of noise, lot of noise, and then a sudden boom and sudden bust. So this is where we are at the moment. We are at a bearish area. We are at sell 124 area. If we are looking short term, we are at a sell 124 area. But